When a migrant, a female migrant who has permesso di soggiorno, carta d'identità, or health card, she has residence permit, national ID card, and health card, but she has never worked in Italy. When she becomes pregnant, is she entitled to getting the maternity benefits? Because she has not, she has never paid her any tax to the government. If she becomes pregnant, will she get maternity benefits? This is what I'll be talking about in this video. Welcome to my channel for those of you returning. And if this is your first time, I urge you to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel because I bring to you content that you cannot afford to miss. Knowledge is power. In this country, Italy, it's very important you know your rights so that nobody will cheat on you, nobody will sideline you. Some people think that one of the requirements for getting maternity benefits is working and contributing to the government. That is paying tax. And some people think if one has not worked, one cannot get maternity benefits. But is this true? Now, in this video, I'll be telling you how to apply if you are qualified or if you can access any maternity benefits even without working, how much the allowance could be, how frequent it is paid, and also the various types of maternity benefits you can access. So let's dive in. In Italy, a regularized non-EU pregnant migrant who has never worked may still be eligible for some maternity-related allowances, even without having paid contributions, taxes to INPS. One of these is Assegno di Maternità Comunale, Municipality Maternity Allowance. It's called Municipality Maternity Allowance, commonly called Assegno di Maternità di Base or Assegno di Maternità dello Stato, but it is managed by the Comune, by the town where you reside, and it is paid by INPS. Let's break it down further so that you will understand everything. This Assegno Maternità di Base or maternity allowance is also known as Bonus Mama Comune. It can also be called by some people, you may hear them say Municipality Maternity Allowance, while some other people may call it Assegno Maternità Comune. So people call it different names, but they all mean the same thing. This particular allowance is not based on work history. So it specifically supports mothers who have never worked or paid INPS contributions, meaning people, migrants that have their documents already, their residence permits, they have their national ID card released by the town or by the Comune municipality where you reside, and they also have their codice fiscale, their tax code. Okay, this kind of migrants, even if they've not worked before, they can access this bonus if they become pregnant. Who can apply? The requirements for applying for this bonus are you should have put to bed your child or adopted the child. Maybe you adopted, it's not your biological child, but you adopted it within the last 6 months. So from the time you put to bed or from the time you adopt the child, you have to make this application within 6 months after you adopt the child, after you've adopted the child, or after you have put to bed. So meaning that if you put to bed in January, you are eligible to apply for this maternity bonus from that January to June, 6 months after you have adopted or 6 months after you have put to bed. Another requirement is you must be resident in Italy. Another requirement is you must have a valid residence permit, permesso di soggiorno. Another requirement is that your ISEE must not be above, as at 2025, it should not be above 20,221 euros 13 cents. 20,221 euros 13 cents. This ISEE is updated every year. So for this 2025, it must not be above that. Another requirement is that you did not receive any other maternity allowance from INPS based on work. For example, although you have not worked before, so there will not be any other maternity allowance since you've never worked before. It is worth noting that since you have never worked before you became pregnant, even after you've put to bed, this is the only maternity allowance that you may likely access. Since this is the only maternity payment that you can access, how much is it? How much is this maternity allowance that you can access even without you haven't worked in Italy before you became pregnant? How much is it? The total amount is 2,020 euros 85 cents. 2,020 euros 85 cents. And it is paid, in some Comune, they pay it monthly for 5 months. So they divide this amount and pay it in 5 months. While in some Comune or in some municipality or town, they pay it once. This amount is paid by INPS directly to your bank account, and it's paid from 60 to 90 days after approval. So after you've made this application and they have approved it, it is paid within 60 to 90 days. That is when they start paying it. So if you applied in January and they approved it in January, you start expecting the payment in March, in March or in April. Okay. How do you apply? How is the application done? You apply at the Comune where you reside. The town that gave you your Carta d'identità, that is where you apply for it, where you reside, where you live. Now, I want to tell you the step-by-step process for applying for this Assegno di Maternità di Base, maternity leave allowance. The first step, you have to wait until your child is born or until you have adopted the child. Now, number two, you have to get your ISEE done. You must do your ISEE, okay? It's done from the CAF, free of charge. In my next video, I will tell you how someone that has never worked before in Italy can do his or her ISEE at the CAF. So subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, give me thumbs up, okay? Now, number three required step is that after you have put to bed or after you've adopted the child, you go to your Comune or municipality and apply. You ask for this Assegno di Maternità Comunale, okay? When you ask for it, you go to this Office of Social Assistance Office, Ufficio Servizi Sociale, and ask for this Assegno di Maternità Comunale. You ask for it. Then you fill it and submit the application within 6 months after your birth, after your child's birth. Okay? Then you have to attach your ISEE to it, because ISEE will help them to determine how much they may pay you monthly. You also attach your permesso di soggiorno, and you also attach your codice fiscale, your bank account, and the birth certificate of your child. So, irrespective of the Comune you live, it's done all over in Italy. I want to state it clearly now that there is a difference between Assegno Maternità Comunale and Bonus Mamma Domani. The first difference is that Assegno Maternità Comunale is still active till tomorrow, until the law changes, while Bonus Mamma is no longer active. It was abolished in the year 2022. That is why you still hear some people call it Bonus Mama. It's no more called Bonus Mama, but people call it that. They refer to the same thing. However, Bonus Mama in itself was abolished in the year 2022 and was replaced by this Assegno Maternità Comunale. This maternity allowance, Assegno Maternità Comunale, is managed by the Comune where you live and is paid by INPS. While Bonus Mama was only managed by INPS. So Assegno Maternità Comunale is you apply at the Comune while the payment is made by INPS. Who qualifies? Mothers with no maternity income from INPS. So if you don't have any other maternity benefit from INPS, you automatically qualify to receive this Assegno Maternità Comunale. So this is the information I've come to let you know, that if you are a lady in Italy, it doesn't matter if you've never worked before. As long as you have your permesso di soggiorno, you have your carta d'identità, you have your codice fiscale, you are qualified to get these payments if you become pregnant, which is 2,000 euros. Okay, so you can apply for it. Subscribe to this channel. I hope this video was useful to you. In my next video also, I'll be talking about those of you in the camp. You are an asylum seeker seeking for international protection, and as being a female, what happens to you if you become pregnant? Will you be qualified to access these maternity benefits? I will talk about it. So you have to subscribe and share it with your friends so that as soon as I upload another video, you'll be informed. Okay? Take good care of yourself. Arrivederci.